Yo, what is going on, you headbanging hunter? Today we're playing some games with Rillabox. Now I know I just came at you guys with the Rillabox video, but I changed up the list quite a bit, and I actually got top 4 in a tournament over the weekend. So I want to share this new, improved list with you guys. So I didn't change a whole ton from the list that I initially showed you guys, but I did cut the crushing hammers. I played a couple games with it before the tournament went down. I was just like, you know what? I kind of felt like this about the deck previously as well, but you don't go through your deck very fast with this deck. You kind of use your super growth, and then you don't really play that aggressive of draw supporters. You don't play the researchers. You don't play DAA, so you're not going through your deck that aggressively. You're not discarding cards aggressively, so when you use another draw supporter on the next turn, there's less cards in your deck to work with, especially if you get Marnied all the time and stuff. All those cards are going back to your deck, so it's just really hard to find the crushing hammers. And if you only see 1 or 2 in a game, and then you just hit tails, they're kind of useless. So I opted for some more impactful cards that will always do what you want them to do, and they're not needed every game, but when you do need them, they are there and they can be found. So I added power plants, 2 power plants, and we do play Guzma and Hala in here, so it's really easy to find the power plants when we want them. Really good against stuff like baby bonds and firebox to go plant stamp, which I did add 2 reset stamp to this build, and because we never really aggressively discard cards with DAA change or research, it's pretty easy to always have both our reset stamps in our deck towards the end of the game, and then pretty easy to find them at that end of the game. So these have been super impactful cards, and I'm super glad I included them in my build for the tournament where I managed to get top 4 with this build. And the rest of it is, I think, exactly the same. I don't think I actually changed anything else in this deck besides those things since the last Rillabox video I showed you guys. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all I want to say about the list. If you guys are enjoying the content, like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into some games. All right, getting into our first one here. We did win the coin flip, but we do want to go second. Yeah, we're definitely a deck that wants to go second. If we get the option, opening hand, not quite what we're looking for, but it's not terrible. We can still get that a top deck like Tag Call, Quick Ball, or Rowlet Lana Exeggutor itself would be great. Up against the amazing rare Raikou deck from our opponent. All right, I have no idea what to expect from this. I haven't played against an amazing rare Raikou deck in maybe ever. No, I probably played against 1 or 2. I've played it myself, of course. If you guys have seen that video of mine, the amazing rare Raikou video, if you haven't, go check it out. It's on the channel. The deck was actually pretty solid overall. It was decent. It was decent. We'll see if they're playing something similar. I was playing it with like Picky Peck, or is that the name of the evolution? I don't remember the name of the evolution, but I think the basics name is Picky Peck. The evolution might be called Picky Peck as well, or that might be called Picky Peck. There's a Zacian from our opponent. I wonder if they'll be able to attack with it, because this does require metal energy to attack in the Raikou, so they could definitely be playing enough metal to use. They probably play enough metal to use Brave Blade. I wonder what's going to happen though. Well, as I say that, they're already setting up the Zacian with that coding energy, so it might go down. Didn't hit any basic metals, but I wonder if they even play any of those. All right, our top deck is a Marnie, so we just have to go on Marnie. I'm not going to attach yet, because if I get Capture Energy, I want to be able to attach that and get the Rowlet Lana Exeggutor and then retreat. And oh no, no energy. I think it's definitely worth the risk to play it the way I did, but did not work out how we wanted it to, and now we're in a little bit of trouble. It's not that bad, just not ideal. And we'll go ahead and pass over to our opponent. Yeah, unfortunate whiffing. We have a 2-switch Air Balloon. Besides that grass energy we put on the bottom of the deck, we play 12 energy, so 11 other energies we could have drawn into. So really unfortunate there. Not find a way to move our Grookey, but what you're gonna do? Sometimes you just get kind of stuck. So there's a Speed Lightning as well. They're all special energy, so I think this is probably the Porygon build of Raikou. It has to be. I would assume it is. Yeah, there's the Porygon. So this should be a pretty easy matchup for us to. Well, I guess I don't know what other attackers they play. I was like, it's gonna be pretty easy, but I mean, but they could have something else as well. It's not just Raikou, I would assume. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and Bird Keeper here. I mean, I don't care about Power Plant in play, so they might not play a Counter Stadium, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that. And then Super Growth. I didn't actually check my deck, so I know there was a Thwackey in there. And yeah, both Rillabooms are in there, so that's great. Let's see, we prized 0 grass. We prized a Capture and a Weakness Guard. Capture, Weakness Guard. What else did we prize? Rowlet Lana Exeggutor got prized. And some other stuff. Okay. Both Mallow Lanas are in there, which I think will be a pretty crucial card overall to potentially utilize. I could have even maybe actually not attached this here, so next turn I could have gone Tag Call, get the other Rowlet Lana Exeggutor, attached to it, Mallow and Lana this one to the bench, and then go to the new one, attached to it, a voltage beat to the fresh one. That might have been a better play, because yeah, they're gonna start using this amazing shot And Mallow Lana stacks up really well against that. They do 120, 120. We get to heal one of the 120s and then also KO the Raikou, which is kind of good. But now I might have to use that switch if I want to do the Mallow Lana play, which isn't really that bad, but I would rather have kept the switch around, because like one thing that can happen, they can't really trap my Rillaboom forever, but they can keep it trapped in the active for quite a while sometimes. So using stuff like my switch when didn't really need to, kind of a misstep on my part, like I said, isn't great. Isn't great. Definitely not what you want to do. Okay, it is. We confirm what they're playing. It's the Porygon. So they can attack with Zacian with the Brave Blade. I don't know what other attackers they play. That's going to be something we're going to have to find out, but probably quite a few different dudes, for sure. They could actually go after my Rillaboom here. It'd be a little bit, I don't know about risky, but like if they don't, yeah, they're going after the Grookey. I assumed they were going to probably go after the Grookey, but I was like, they could go after the Rillaboom. All right, we're going to do the Mallow Lana switch play, I think. There's a grass, so now we can do it the way I wanted to do it, or should have planned to do it. Grab these, and it lets me keep this switch. I will lose my Big Charm, but so I don't know what they're playing, so I don't know how important Big Charm possibly is. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not that important, and we're fine to lose it, because this is definitely a spot where they could like boss my Rillaboom and trap it in the active for a while, and then I just be like, well, I'm just kind of stuck here, and then they get a ton of time to like set up a bunch of stuff. So that's why like, keeping these switches around is so important. So like they can't make that play. Like this turn they could go boss, Intrepid Sword, and then start setting up a bunch of Raikous from there, and like buy a bunch of time to set up a bunch of Raikous, and then I could be in trouble because of that. But if I just keep the switch around, make sure I have this, make sure my Rillaboom can move, then we're all good. Yeah, 3 retreat cost, I mean, on anything is like not great, but yeah, on our Rillaboom, unfortunately, our bench sitter, not ideal, but it's fine. Okay, there's the Intrepid Sword. We have the boss, or I think I am gonna do that. I'll just beat just one here, so I can GX attack next turn if I want to. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and KO this Porygon with the Hurricane. Yeah, just put 1 here because I might not want 6 here. Like if they don't have a ton of energy in play, I don't want a GX attack. So I'll put 1 here though, so I can just go Voltage Beat to get into 6 on the next turn. Now we've actually got this Shaymin, so now I'm kind of regretting not getting an extra energy in play, because then I would be able to use Shaymin to actually knock this out. I still can get the Shaymin knockout on this, but now I have to draw into a Grass Energy, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, for sure. There was a common way to Dedenne, so maybe our Power Plant's doing a little bit of work here. We can't know what their hand was, but if they had like a 3-card hand that they had a little while ago, if that had a just had a what's it called in there chilling, definitely doing something. We can just go chase this Porygon again this turn as well. Question is, what do I quick ball at this point? I don't think I'm gonna need this Ordinary Rod anytime soon. Our opponent's playing super slow, or having a super slow game. So Goss for boss. Yeah, and there's the concede. The Goss for boss is going to do him in, and we win our first game. All right, into another one, and we won the coin flip again. So once again, going second. Just want to get that turn 1 growth off, and then go from there. Yeah, mulligan. See if our opponent matches us or not. Or if we're just going to be the ones with the mull. Looks like we're going to be the ones with the mulligan overall here. We get off this one. Good enough. Actually, really good hand. Quick ball, tag call for the Alolan Exeggutor, and then Air Balloon to move the double. We could go with a Mallow Lana off the tag call as well if we want to go that route. But I probably want to get something to quick ball away. We'll see what our opponent's playing here as well. They have the Jirachi start. Here comes a quick ball. There goes a Fire Energy. Okay. Excuse me. So it is a fire deck. So what's really cool about these kind of starts though is this tag call can get us Guzma Hala, which can get us our weakness guard energy, which is super cool. I kind of want to keep my Big Charm around, but I don't think I'm going to be able to with this hand. We'll see. So I can go tag call, Guzma Hala, Alolan Exeggutor, and let's check for the weakness guard first. It is there. That's great. And then Guzma and Hala. I need to be able to play the quick ball. So I have to Guzma Hala away, boss's orders, quick ball, then quick ball the Big Charm. Seems fine. Not ideal losing this many quick balls, but not the worst thing ever. I don't want to put the Power Plant in play yet. Oh, let's wait, get a Grookey. I guess I should check. All right, there's 1 Rillaboom prized. But we get this weakness guard down, turn 1, which is super good. Make sure, well, I mean, it doesn't guarantee we don't get knocked out. Like, they could still knock us out with Baby Stefan, but way less likely now. No longer weak to that fire like we normally were, like we would be. So it's way less likely that we actually get knocked out here. I think almost scarier than that would be if they just Cramorant our Rillaboom. That would be really annoying. We could theoretically set up another Rillaboom on the next turn, and maybe it wouldn't even be that bad. Maybe I'm kind of overestimating how bad that would actually be, but I think it would definitely be a little bit annoying if they Cramoranted our Rillaboom. There's a Retrieval. What else do they got cooking this turn? The big question at the beginning of this turn is, do I want to Voltage Beat first or not? There's a Blound, but they attach to it first, which is usually a sign that they do not have the Welder. Okay, cool. And we have this Marnie. They have a huge hand now. We do have this Marnie we can put down. I don't want to put down the Power Plant yet. They have so many Hearths left. I think we're just going to go ahead and Marnie. Yeah, it's not I want to get an attachment for turn, so I'd rather draw into an energy. There we go. Now you get to draw into this energy. We have the second Dubwool, which I think I'll put in play as well, because we do want that. We just want that in play. But let's make. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, it's not possible. I think we have to have a certain amount of energy in the deck. And then, yeah, just Calming Hurricane. Got that nice reset on their hand with the Marnie. And now we're cruising. Rowlet, Alolan Exeggutor. They're not going to be too useful. We'll probably Caitlin and Cynthia this next turn. Get rid of this and recover the Marnie. Maybe the boss. I don't think I want the boss. I'll probably want to get the Marnie here. Caitlin and Cynthia recover that. We do want to set up like a Power Plant stamp play eventually. So we're trying to draw a decent amount of cards here. Looks like maybe my Power Plant would have done quite a bit of work. We'll see what they did exchange away here. But they could have like Stellar Wished first and found a Hearth. That's why like I want to save the Power Plants to be able to have them do like stamp plant at the end of the game, because they do play so many. I mean, they usually play 4 Hearth, and then sometimes even, yeah, there it is. All right, they had the Mars Shadow, so sometimes even also this Mars Shadow. So they would have been able to bump my Power Plant for free, basically. Here comes the Giant Hearth. I doubt they'll be able to knock me out this turn, to be honest. If I had to guess, I don't think they'll be able to knock me out. Oh, here comes the Oricorio. The biggest thing is they don't have a ton of fire energy in the discard pile, so crystals, can't like double crystal or anything to get enough energy to knock me out, I don't think. We'll see, though. They might be able to pull it together, but I'm feeling pretty good about our situation right now. Just scoop up Net. Not another Jirachi to work with, but they might be able to go scoop up Net, send it up. They might just go for a Blazer here as well. That wouldn't be terrible if they have a ton of energy prize. But no, it is the switch back to Stellar Wish again. They have yet to use a Welder, so I don't think they've found a Welder yet. Another scoop up Net. Where are they going with this one now? Attached to the bench, and then is it a Pat Intrepid Sword, of course. So top deck Marnie would be really good here. I'd be even good with top deck Eldegoss. I think I would actually use Eldegoss if I could top deck that, or a Quick Ball. Not quite. The Power Plant is okay. Caitlin, Cynthia, and probably Mallow Lana here. Take a look through. 1 reset stamp is prize, so it'd be great to get that off the prize cards. Grab the Marnie, I think. I don't think I put the power. They have such a big hand, and I'm not disrupting their hand this turn. Like, I think putting the... Oops, I should have voltage beated first. That's definitely a mistake on my part. I don't think I'm going to set up another... So we're just going to thin this out of the deck. Now I can maybe use Hearth next turn as well. Yeah, I could, once again, I could Power Plant, but probably playing 4 Hearth. Probably have 3 left, or have 3 left if they are playing 4. Not worth it. Yeah, so now I got this Rillaboom that I can Hearth away. So if I do Marnie this turn, there's 2 less cards that I have in my deck. And this turn, I would be comfortable definitely going like... I mean, we'd Voltage Beat the energy out. There's only 2 grass in the deck. Yeah, Voltage Beat the energy out. And then Hearth this away. Power Plant, Marnie, knockout. And just see if our opponent has an answer for it. We only have 4 prize cards left, so this is 1. And we can knock out a 2 prizer eventually. They should be able to get the knockout this turn. I would assume my Alolan Exeggutor is going down here. I would bet we got to say goodbye to the Alolan Exeggutor. But this weakness guard energy has done a ton of work. Making it that much harder. But I mean, I guess they haven't found a Welder yet. So I guess that's maybe what's stopping them more so than my weakness guard. But yeah, probably. When did they get rid of this Welder? I just realized they have a Welder in the discard pile. I'm curious as to when they got rid of that. They have to go back into the Jirachi here. How many switch cards do they have left? They still have quite a few. They have 4. They used quite a few last turn. There's a switch. That's not a Welder. I'm not sure if you guys knew this or not, but switch is not Welder. We might have them just exactly where we want them here. I think they should have done this Blazer last turn and left their Jirachi in play. I think that was a mistake last turn when they kind of overextended. Here they go again, though. Stellar Wish. Can they finally find this Welder? There it is. They send the little heart. And I'm sure they have enough energy in the hand to take the knockout here. So our Alolan Exeggutor probably going down here, but it's okay. We got the Rillaboom, got the Power Plant, got the Marnie. Once again, hearthing away the Rillaboom first, then out 2 energy out of the deck as well. And then we're looking for that late game plant stamp. They've burned through a lot of resources to get to this point, though. A lot of switch cards gone. Only 2, actually 1 switch card left, I think. So using Jirachi, such a vital card with this deck to be able to find the right cards to be able to like do things turn to turn. Not being able to utilize that is going to be a big deal. So I'm still feeling pretty good about our spot overall. Yeah, double with the knockout. Marnie plant. We have another plant left for the plant stamp later. And yeah, gotta make sure I don't forget to hearth away the Rillaboom. Oops, I don't want to forget to do this as well. I do need an energy as well. But there's 2 capture in the deck, and if I could get like Guzma Hala plus Reset Stamp would work too, because I could go Guzma Hala for the energy, or I get an Ordinary Rod, that works as well. There's the Reset Stamp. I don't need that till next turn. All right, Revenge Blast. We have a Crobat to work with as well. Okay, one more. I think we prized our second Crobat, if I'm not mistaken. There's the energy we would need. Okay, so we just are missing the Power Plant. If they bump our Power Plant, they still have to bump this Power Plant for me to need another Power Plant. And it also, if they just don't take a knockout this turn as well, we're still in such a good spot that I don't think I really care what they do. So they also have to get a knockout. They have to get the knockout, bump the Power Plant, and then also live through potentially a Plant Stamp on my following turn. Plant Stamp to 1 maybe. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a Trepid Sword here for my opponent. So now all we want is a boss's orders to be able to close this one out. Our Eldegoss is still in the deck. We have a quick ball, so this might be it. There's actually a boss. So I think we can just go attach boss, knock out the Oricorio now, just in case they play something like a Reset Stamp. Now if they attack with a Blown, we have 2 doubles set up, so we just use the other double to take the knockout. If they use like... Yep, and there's the concede. All right, we get the dub, and yeah, another dub. All right, cool. That's gonna do it for these games with the RillaBox. Like I said, I got top 4 at the event with it. The deck feels pretty solid overall. I'm not gonna call it like a broken deck or tier 1 or anything, but it's a ton of fun, has a ton of solid game plans. It has a solid game plan against almost every matchup, which is what you really want out of your deck. You don't want to be like scrambling against the top decks every time you play against them to be like, well, I hope they have to whiff, or I have to hope I get super lucky. It just has solid game plans against so many decks, which is super cool. Really like the deck right now, so check it out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.